Howdy Vikings, I welcome you back to a Rogue Trader Let's Play. We're back at Footfall. We've just given in some intel to Omicron. Opticon, god damn it. Opticon 22. And our profit factor has been risen by 1. And now we want to talk to the Liege of Footfall to see if we get access to the quarantine zone. Because I think the quarantine zone is just an act of his doing and not being able to provide with enough food for Footfall. So that's kind of thing. That's kind of thing. Compelled to die, how far are you with your run? If you don't mind me asking.
Let us not dawdle.
So we chat with Vladim. Greetings, Lordship, but don't mean to hurry you, but I do hope your deal is still in place. The station continues to experience increasingly severe shortage of provisions. The Liege stares at Heinrichs von Kalox. Good day, Liege. I'm accompanied the Rogue Trader. Please pay no mind to my presence. The request is difficult to fathom, even more so to honor Master von Kalox, but I'm glad to hear that there aren't other reasons for the visits, unlike your 2 previous ones. So... a man who introduced himself as a servant of House Choda asked to have a word with me, and then, imagine the odds, someone blew his brain out. The Anvers again, I presume? Those anarchical degenerates don't care from who they shoot, but if they... be it my servants, yours, or these employees of House Choda. I suspect that this agent wished to negotiate a deal. I begin to resent how frequently people I converse with on the station wind up dead. That is indeed lamentable, but these are the times we live in. Also, I did what you could not. I found and neutralized the Ember's agitator-in-chief. That is truly outstanding accomplishment, your lordship. Footfall can now rest easy, at least until the next mad hoodlum makes himself known. Ooh. He restarted again? Who did restart again? Compelled to die. Talking to yourself in the 3rd person? That's wild. What's happening in the Shadow Quarters? Was the area quarantined? Oh, that. Who knows? It could be an actual epidemic, or perhaps 2 families that started it all just came down with food poisoning at the same time. We're on a space station. To be best solution here is to isolate the area. Oh, you restarted? Yeah, you can get Xenos as a colony. Xenos is your food planet. Do you lose Xenos if you are not going there first and do another planet before that? Is that why you said you could? Did you lose Xenos? Curdy, how you doing? Welcome in. Hey, Lord Captain. Hail, Curdy. I see another with a custom portrait. A man of culture, I see. Of course. Look at this beautiful, beautiful arbites. You gain Falstone as a colony? You can get quite a lot of colonies. I wonder if you lose a colony if you don't go there at a specific time. I wish to enter the quarantine zone. Out of question, you will be putting both yourself and the station at risk. I believe I said I wish to enter the quarantine zone. How would you dare defy the will of a rogue trader? Your imprudence could spell the end of you and the entire station, but as you wish. I will have my people clear a small passage for you. It will take time, mind you. The place has been mined properly. It will take days, if not more, but you will get your way in. Thank you. What a prick. I mean, we're kind of a prick ourselves as well, but what a prick. You really want season 2 now? You mean get like Game Pass?
I always keep my options open.
Season 2 from this game, like the next DLCs. I mean, in the meantime, you can if you want to watch our full playthrough of this. He said it will take days. I'm still gonna check. Maybe I can straight up go in there. Here's the links, by the way, if you want to see the whole saga from the beginning. What are you playing at the moment, Curdy? What kind of character? What was your last run? Zotar, greetings. For the Emperor, my friend. For the Emperor. So, let's see. Can we enter? I think it's around here. Did they clear the path already? Oh, the path is clear. That was fast. So it's a quarantine safe zone now? Well, it depends. We figured everyone who could have died is dead and rotting. So we're gonna see if we're sure that the thirst that killed them in the end was no disease. I remember on our other playthrough that we did not manage to come through. Brothers and sisters, look, they've cleared the way. We break through. It's now or never. I would die here like a rat. Go, shoot everyone you run into. You one with noble officer. You do like the shield mechanics. I love the shield and new shotgun. Downsize of AP. Infected fuck. Let's bring my dog of Thor over here. Against Pascalios. Kipela. Casa. Casa, you're first, I think. And then Heinrichs. Okay, start battle. So, do you want to straight up stare at you? Let's do it. Let's stare. Kaplan. Then we're gonna give kormakrtv.
If only that were possible.
Oh, god damn it! One little piece. Okay then, let's boost the doggo, and we're good to go.
Scared yet?
Hold on.
Sorry to hear that, Sotar. Some love to you. Some love to you, buddy. Sorry to hear that you're feeling bad. So, doing a second playthrough, normal officer build with a shield now. Interesting. What is your weapon of choice? What are you going for? So we're going to move up here. We're going for concentrated fire. And then we have now a heavy bolter. So let's see what kind of damage we can do here.
It can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Shadow Quarter disease. Okay, so when they die, they have some sort of disease going on.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. Each strike is a prayer.
Good. Infected thugs are down.
I'm here, maggot.
Let's get to it.
Let's hope we're not getting the shadow quarter disease. Just getting from them too? Nah. Nah. So relocate. Like I cannot do a lot from here. Let's give us the machine spirit communion. Take a shot over there at that fuck. Or miss. I guess. God damn it. Why did we miss Stimpack? Oh, Stimpack does not give me an extra attack. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. Let's relocate you. Let's have some tactical advantage. That's what it is. So, moving over here. Let's see, let's throw grenades.
Brings
Like
me
this.
no pleasure.
Then you are infected. All of the others are infected. Let's see, jump over here. And let's do a death waltz on you. A normal thug, right? Yeah. There we go. Shoot a needle.
Show me what you've got.
Oh crap. Are we infected? Not yet. Not yet. Cybermastiff. Cannot buy them. Let's move over here. Good attack. Did not work. Too far away. I guess so. Shoot again. Good. So, Mr. Von Collins.
Everyone, step aside.
Move over here. Boost yourself. Charge over here. Sprint turned on. These people are running so fast. Common speed is turned on. Was turned higher. So moving over here. Boosting Kibella. Kibella, you can do a jump. Shadow Quarter disease. Can I pull anything in? I can't. With the buffer. Moving over here. Take a normal shot. Wow. Even hits. Can't believe it. Nice little bursting fire. Stop it. Move it. Slam him. Oh, it's just a temporary thing? The disease? I see. It's just a temporary debuff, it seems. No, wait. Now's our time, not theirs.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Nice try. Open areas of skin have turned into massive bust ulcers. Ew! Definitely some Nurgle stuff going on in here. We have a toxic knife. There's a shopkeeper. A vagabond. What do we have here? Reverend Hieronymus' teaching of the path of Saint Drusus. Definitely not reading some propaganda right now, but
I always have a backup plan.
Good to know that they have some sort of belief down here. Power sword and huge stacks of tactical advantage. So doing a Psyker, because Power Swords is, if I'm not mistaken, linked with your psychic, with your Psy reading. In terms of doing more damage. Someone split water here and it hasn't had the time to dry. Okay. So look down here. They're eating rats on them. These people did not die from the disease. It seems they've simply fought to death of the remaining provisions. Let's activate the elevator. Nice. Vagabonds. Hestia, how you doing? Welcome in. I stand with you running over there. Quiet. I said quiet before someone finds us. I've found you already. Open up. No, never. We're not letting anyone in. Please have mercy. Don't kill us. We're not infected. I swear it's them. It's them. Who are they? We'll tell you everything. Just please spare lives. We know where the disease came from. We do. We know. It's them. Those damn mutants. They have a hideout somewhere under a block. We used to see them skulking in the shadows all the time. The two families who died first, they had dealings with them, traded something, and they got caught some mutant blight. I know they did. We got lucky though. We're alive. We're getting by. The disease couldn't claim us. I'm sorry, but I cannot risk leaving your life. Blow up the barricade and the surroundings. No. Scared. Why is this bad? Sheesh.
Is there money to be made?
Changing by the trees of destruction and corpses all around, many people trying to break through this door. Oh yeah, you've been in Copenhagen. How was it? Dear Hestia, how was it? Still feel bad that I didn't have the chance to do some June roleplay with you. Deck unlocked. Taking that. So there's some mutants that they think
Keep
that
your
the
wits about you.
poison is coming from. The dead are covered in ulcers and several show traces of repulsive mutation. The mutant layer. Good catch. Reverend. Oh, and more teaching of St. Drusus. It seems like. What do we have here? Pyromaniac boots. The wearer cannot suffer the burning effect by walking over burning cells. The wearer inflicts 3 additional stacks of burning whenever they stand on burning cells. So you can throw in fire grenades and then move in. Okay. That's actually an interesting combo that we could do. So, to the mutants lair. So the start of disease is down there. Let's see here. Mutant Infector. They're all aggressive. Is it because we killed those people up there? Mutants. Mutants, mutants, mutants. Mutants. Mutantos. Mutant Infector. Oh. Interesting. I wonder if this whole situation can have a different outcome. Mutant Infector, 100 things down there. So these two are gonna go quite early. I'm gonna put Heinrichs down here. Down here. Really take care of that dude up here. Hello. Pascal, the other side. And Cassia over here. Start the battle. So. Let's pull them all together. Let's make an kill box. For 1 round allies in the air regain armor. That doesn't help us. And we do a little steer to stun them all. And we boost the double a little bit. That's basically it. Oh, we're throwing with gas.
Lord Captain.
They're gassing us. So, jump over here. But what? God damn it. Pathfinding. Get up here. Do a lot of dancing.
As honor ordains.
Good. Raining blood. A little bit of a blood font down here. Good to go.
Emperor, protect me! Emperor, protect me!
Emperor protects. So we're gonna have some heavy DACA here now. Rapid fire. I wonder if there's a way for the heavy boulder to just cost 2 AP instead of 1. Good. The aiming in this place. There we go. Thank you kindly.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Boom!
High momentum.
Shoot some more. Okay, Mr. Pascal. Let's do that. Let's scan them. And relocate the service school down here.
I'll do what it takes.
Spread the disease. Nice try. So, we're buffing. We're the Emperor. And then we are giving him a smack with the shields. No.
But of
only smack
course,
first.
Lord Captain.
And now we go to defensive stance. Whatever's happening here, that doesn't look very healthy at all. Therefore, I'm gonna do protect on me. I'm gonna walk over here. I cannot work onwards. Okay, run and gun. Oh, I thought the protect on me would trigger an attack opportunity on him. Oh, that's a shame. Well, fed. Good boy. Good boy. That's some extra damage. 65. Jesus.
Look out!
Standing in that bubble is definitely not healthy. Let's
I
boost
am a navigator, not a
Heinrichs.
servitor.
High momentum.
So you can take those apart. Beautiful. Then we want to give a full turn to Heinrichs again. Okay, you're gonna move in. You're gonna do a cleave attack. 23. Cleave again. They're dead. And taunting, boosting, feeblement, defensive stance, all of it in the full program.
Emperor, protect me!
So,
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
ow. Damage output is definitely not small. So let's go around here. Slice and dice. Then we're gonna end him. Then we're gonna jump over. Oh man, I should have done the 1 extra AP thing. He might bleed out and die. There's a high chance of that. Move it over here. Taking a single shot.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
So, Mr. Pascal. Move over here. Then use 2. Strike them both. But not yet. But I would like to analyze him further. Now. At least something. So, Mr. Heinrichs. Get over here. Taunt them both. I cannot taunt them both. I can only taunt one.
Let's see.
A normal strike. And boost Pascal a little bit.
I won't object to it.
So, we're gonna move over here. Gonna take a shot.
Not me.
Should have told Mendogo to attack him first. That would have been the better option. Let's spot him a second time. Very good. I can handle this.
How dare you?
Apparently not. Move it over here. Then boosting and buffing Pascal. So Pascal can go attack number 1 with that pattern. Inflicts bleeding only.
Vulnerability analysis successful.
This way!
Good. That's the last man standing, right?
I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
Put some fire onto him. Because otherwise he'll burn the others. As I thought. So,
Beyond sign knows all.
zone analysis, expose weakness. Take him apart. Gonna assess the situation. Probably talking to the mutants and whatnot. I could imagine. But there was no token option here with them. Imperial Pride. Damage against Xenos, Psychers, and Servants of Chaos is increased by 4. Interesting bolter weapon down here. Dear Draz. Do you know there's a secret companion rogue trader? When you play Heretic? Is that the one you mean? Ace. That is a very strong direction to go, but I appreciate it. I do not know you, but I do love that you're giving me your attention and supporting the channel by being here. That's what I love. How about you? So thank you. Not sure if it's about alignment, but I found out about them by checking on Solomon for you.
Rush not dawdle.
I know that you can have an chaos machine, war machine, whatsoever, as a heretic, but I don't know of any other secret paths, or paths or companions. So we did level up. Love the 69 at your end of the name, though. Very strong number. Good. Argenta is first that we're gonna pick. So we're getting NAP increase. Fantastic. And we're having, of course, ballistic skills. NAP increase, and of course... Willpower. Let's give you willpower. Super Psych Evil is a little bit better.
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
I know this man. I just talked to him earlier. How is it going on your sides? Real. How's your stream? Welcome in. Love you guys. How's the how did the fight conclude? Winter Scale and some mutants is what you could get. Yeah, Winter Scale and Chorda are some potential allies. That is true. You just finished the Lex Imperialis? Oh, man, I can't wait. I can't wait. Fancy Pickle, welcome aboard. For those raiders who are here with Real for the first time, I'm Kormakr. Or Korm, if that's easier for you. Or Kormaker, if you want to go the American way. I'm a writer streamer, I'm a voice actor. I love my RPGs and strategies. If that's your jam, then hit the heart button. Become part of the fan. And if you have the Tithe, aka a Prime sub, you can claim some of these chain swords. The Void Shadow DLC is better. I can't wait to experience both. We played through the Void Shadow DLC, but it was like speedrun where we did the speedrun challenge permadeath with Alcat's event. Intelligence, of course. With Pascal. Actually, we do have enough intelligence. We could go for a little bit of ballistic skill so he hits better. Heinrichs. Let's go for weapon skill. So you do the chunky punky. And hits good. Ballistic skills, of course. So we are keeping our good shots. You still dislike that you have to take Heinrich's with you to the Electro Priest Temple and Rykard? I mean, you're finding them and he's kind of like forcing himself upon you. So from a lore perspective, it's okay. You love that man, Heinrichs? You can't even decline him as a heretic? True, actually. There should be a way to do so. 48 quests? No. Okay. We've dealt with the quarters, quarantine quarters over here, and the mutants.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
We can move out. You want to tell the leash what happened here? Potentially. We can tell them that we've dealt with the quarantine. Yeah. Probably gives us some extra XP. So let's go a quick visit to the Liege's quarters. Liege's residence. I'm so sad that Christopher did not manage to find the tech issue that he had to be in our TTRPG session. I had to sit down with him for like an hour and a half, chatting a little bit with him and setting things up. So it did not make it happen. Well, Dari, how you doing? Welcome in.
I always have a backup plan.
So, Bloodyam. We've dealt with the quarantine zone. Greetings, Your Lordship. I don't mean to hurry you, but you hope... Okay, cannot chat about that. Fair enough. Let's keep going. Can I go straight to my ship from here? Would be nice if we just go to your ship straight away. I found it funny that the VA of Abelard was trying to contact us after being delayed, and nobody realized it was actually him. Because it was just in chat. He was in chat, yeah. I noticed also who he was. And the VAs themselves also said, hey, Ian is here. Can we bring him in? I was like, man, I'm sorry. We're mid-session. I cannot bring him in. That is just not doable. And they're like, oh. Imperial Pride. I mean, it looks badass, this weapon. But we're having the heavy ducker. At the cargo. The two-handed flamer. Increased by 4, but it does not inflict the burning effect. Interesting. A flamer does not inflict the burning effects. We have way too much stuff. Got lurking, get ready for bed and eat and all that. Hey, Real, have a wonderful rest and after stream. Do you thanks? Thanks a lot for popping over and bring your peeps. What a useless flamer. Not necessary. Not necessarily. 33. Inertia boots. The wearer's melee attack is dodge, parried, or scores a critical hit. The wearer regains agility bonuses, movement points, does not provoke attack of opportunities until the end of turn. Okay. An interesting plasma pistol. Reputation. You like holy gifts, right? Do you wanna... No. Let's not select everything. It's a lot of fuel. Luckily, we don't need the fuel things. Ship components. It's 2K. Ooh, there's a new Omni Messiah axe, though. Gives a plus 15 to weapon skill. On armor penetration is super high as well. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Oh, the ranged. There we go. There we go. Will to live. A new power sword. Enemy adjacent to the wielder have their toughness reduced. The wielder gains +0 toughness for each adjacent, and the sword deals additional damage. I think it is based on psi rating. Yes. So their toughness goes down just by Heinrich standing next to them. Jesus. The axe sounds disgustingly strong. Using reloads for any weapon costs -1 AP. That's pretty cool. So, let's see here. From newest to oldest. Heinrichs. How's it changed with this sword? This is higher armor penetration. Okay. Does the Soul Siphon has anything special? Any weapon skill goes down by 10 and deals additional damage by the Psy rating. If used by Psycho, whenever the sword hits an enemy, Vel degradation is reduced by 1 as well. Okay, so it can keep Vel degradation at bay by just attacking. That is pretty strong. But a -2 on toughness is also pretty nice. You know what? We can have both. You can have both. Ooh, look at that swirl on it. We can have both, and when the Vel degradation is high, we're just gonna switch over to Soul Siphon. Simple as that. Simple as that. Imagine a Psyker who is a Blade Dancer and uses power swords. 2 fights. Sounds like a nasty recipe, if you ask me. Sounds like a very nasty recipe. Still hope for swords that can inflict bleed or burn later. Don't want to go for the self-burn build for her. She can inflict bleeds with her attacks and on her skills with any sword. So deflection +2, additionally property +5 wounds. Heavy Xenomesh. Oh god, this is look awful. Can I not switch appearance? Okay, let's do it like that. Let's have it like that. This set of chemical reagents increases the damage of all bleeding, burning, or toxin effects applied by the user by 2. Pack of reagents. Hello there. That goes to you. Oh, that's a backpack. Shit. At the start of the word, there's turn again +20 dodge until the end of the round. I'd rather have the Internia boots with you. And the extra stack of bleeding. Sounds nasty. Gonna grab that. This medal grants the owner +10 Medicae. Gonna do that instead of the needle. Here's the movements of the Veria. Dynamic boots. Using a really costs 1 less AP. Could be something. Whenever the word deals damage with a melee attack, they gain 10 temporary wounds. Internia boots. Using a really costs 1 less AP. Could be something. Hmm. Whenever the word deals damage with a melee attack, they gain temporary wounds. 10 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 temporary wounds. I mean, this is something for Gibella. That extra stack is more powerful, if you ask me. So. The bleeding attacks on Gibella could very much be because of the Executioner. Archetype. Force Repentance. There we go. Executioner's melee attack inflicts 4 levels of bleeding to all targeted hits. And apparently it's the strength bonus that comes into play. So, other than that, was there anything else? An extra reload? Let's have that. The warrior raises Medicine to 175 when they already killed 5 enemies in a row in 1 turn. Gonna leave that. So, Footfall. We've dealt with so far. Where do we want to go next from here? Yeah. Music is really good. Looks like I completely missed an end break. Disneyland! Yeah. Compelled to die, it's not... It's funny, but it's not very helpful. Not very helpful. Is the Void DLC? What level is that? I think we checked the last time. It was like level 30 or something. So I don't think it's for us. Let's move travel up here. Let's move travel over here. Let's chart the routes. Let's visit this place. Telecos Epsilon. But Captain, according to telemetry, parameters in the system match those of Telecos Epsilon. Home to the agri-world Janus that belongs to the Van Valensis dynasty. Do I want to do the agri-world first? I wonder. I received the awesome box matches from the planet of the agri-world governor's official welcomes of the rogue trader and reports that she has begun preparation of a formal reception to celebrate the arrival of the planet's sovereign. The subjects are looking forward to your visits. I mean, it's a key source of food. Kind of makes sense. Yeah, I think Janus is the first thing we're gonna tackle. For the next DLC major update of Rogue Trader, they give a pass on the origins. Psyker and Arbites origins are just head and shoulders better than the rest. Oh, you mean like in revamp on the others? That's actually interesting. Plasteel 3. Begin the scan. Governor Vine's estates. Wait a bit. We're doing anything. Abelard. Abelard. Okay, we're accepting. They need some love. Yeah, I mean... They took it out of the core rulebook, so... It's probably not gonna happen because they have to revamp then a lot of skills overall. Oh! And Eldar is aiming at us. Greetings. A flashily dressed noblewoman in opulence and grows and watches as you join forward. I welcome you on behalf of the noble house Viat Ab Abram. My name is Vistenza Janus Viat Ab Aram of Coronus. By the grace of the Emperor and the will of Rogue Trader Theodore von Valensis, I serve as planetary governor and imperial commander-in-chief of this world. In truth, your arrival in the place of esteemed Lady von Valensis is quite unexpected. Theodore is dead. I'm now the head of the dynasty. Such tragic news. I will see it that the planet observes a month of mourning.
For Janus!
For Janus! Oh. Xenos saved us. Interesting. Adjusting the need to buff their numbers and I think about changing abilities to be repeatedly used in combat. Many of the abilities on other origins you can only use once per combat. Good calls overall. Good calls. I mean, we're ambushed apparently. It's not gonna do anything. Can't do anything.
Quick!
So,
Quick!
and then come all closer. And then let them all have a run go.
Emperor, protect me!
But my own people did run as well. Let's see. Let's give Bella some powers.
I will not die in dishonor.
Raining blood. Ooh. Sadly not dead.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Who's the double?
I'll do what it takes.
Nice. That one will die from the bleed. We can move over here and do a little bit of sword dancing. That's a 6 on you. Let's give you an extra AP.
I shall not fail.
There we go. Next servant. It's your raining blood. Swam. Everything is burning. Good. Let's boost us. Where do I have still targets? It's 2 servants. This is them too. Okay. Get over here. Smack. There more coming? Oh! They blew up the walls. They're coming more! Getting a sniper shot. Dropping somebody. That's the maximum of charge.
Out of my way!
Ironclad Rebel.
Whether
Stun grenades.
Let's make it quick!
Stun grenades could be evil.
High momentum.
Let's get to it.
Exactly that's
Let's
why.
get to it.
Exactly that's why. So running over there. Good. I can do the same. Throw in a stun grenade.
I'll make it happen.
Run and gun. Moving over there. Concentrated fire. Taking a shot. Then I'm going for another bite. Perfect. Okay, increase my firearm. Oh my goodness gracious. Another one bites the dust. Moving forward. There's a sharpshooter back there. There's two sharpshooters back there. Definitely need to deal with them. Moving
Doubt
over
is for
here.
the weak.
Nice.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Moving further.
High momentum.
I am his will made manifest. I'll do it.
Good. Nice shots overall. So let's boost you. Extra ducker. Jesus. Let's make Kibella great again. Nice try, mister. So we have a Ripper over here. Let's move over here to where it hurts.
Demand.
Fiend Resonance. Swing him to death. With him. Oh, I didn't hit the double.
The other side awaits.
Never mind, I did not hit the double. So, I think only the sharpshooters remains.
Alas, no.
So, boost the dog with some strength. Goes the Wood of the Emperor.
Hold on!
Gas cloud grenades. You little bastard. So, moving over here. First a shot. Secondly, we're gonna do an analysis. I'm gonna expose your weakness. Shoot again.
Is favorable.
Show an to kick Gas Cloud. Moving over here. Take a shot. Okay. Reverend Slaughter. Run and gun. Take another shot.
I'm here, maggot.
Moving up here. 42 on the grounds.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Each strike is a prayer.
Jesus, the damage. So, can I tell Genta to go for another turn? I can.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Wow. Who's still alive? It is dead, little Burton.
Killing
Now we
brings
go.
me no pleasure.
Your Lordship, Emperor preserve us. Are you alright? Do not fret, Lee-person. We have grown used to outrageous slovenliness among the warden of every world we visit. Again, this John Wick with a shotgun. You could say. Pale Drenus is strangling this peasant like a noose. His words are laden with fear for our well-being, and yet he fears for his own even more. Where did the governor go? The governor is safe, protected by the walls and wardens. Please follow me. I escort you to her personally. I'll find my own way. Stand aside. I'm leaving all this on the grounds. Hello. Manufactured sword. Marksman rifle. Improved flag. I'm gonna do it like that. Beautiful. Got another here. One with shotgun. Okay. What about these guys over here? Any nice sniper? Marksman sniper rifle.
I always keep my options open.
More Imperium.
This could be an opportunity.
Steel containers marked with the familiar insignia of the Monitorum. Okay. Hot shot blast gun. Intriguing. I just finished the Aurora fight at the Southport after doing everything else. I was just short level 16 before that fight. You're definitely higher in level, Kinogon. I don't know, maybe I've missed some things, but then again, we're playing Dogmatic, so we'll lose a little bit of contact for being so radical with our companions. Let's explore a little bit more around here. There's a closed door.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Some goods over here, some granadas. State warden. You find that this member who dares to threaten the visitors.
Keep your wits about you.
To the mansion. Some goods over here. Nothing on this side. Let's move over here back in front of the mansion. Commerce. Garden Palace is opulent and guild finishes plasters are updated regularly.
Operation successful.
Very good. Got some trophies out of that. Nothing over here.
Let us not dawdle.
The ivy is covering the whole thing. Good. Let's go to the dimension then. Well, the fuck, I did take the heretic path suggested by Pascal in the electrodynamic connubium and just fried every heretic in that room with the wrath of the Omni Messiah. Nice. Now, when you can, when you get it, you can do it. I think it'll be 30 by the time you finish it all. Oh! That's how long the whole pathway is. Interesting. Xenos noble, aristocrats and servants. Nothing over there that ends.
Rise to the top.
I am registering unconventionally high efficiency for the unit Cassia Orcelio, relative to her limited experience. The unit status is being upgraded.
My entourage will accompany me in the meeting with the governor. Lordship, accept my abject apologies for the reprehensive stun that spoiled the reception. Even my worst nightmares I could have never imagined. Death cultist? How unexpected. Must someone face severe punishment in the Emperor's name? Someone always does. As for who and when, the Undying One will tell. I don't care about your apologies. I could have been killed. Your local fuss is of no concern to me. I'm in urgent need of provisions from Giannis. Shows a glance of her companion who's standing beside her. The companion casts a quick, frightened look at you and hardly lowers her eyes. Oh, your lordship, it would give me a great pleasure to immediately demonstrate the productive might of Giannis. There's some issues. One of your wardens helped us in battle, a superb shot. Who was it? You must be referring to Iliad, our chief ally in the struggle against the rebels. I have turned a blind eye to her horrific mutations, given the undoubted advantages she brings. You see, Iliad comes from a local degenerate stock of this world and knows Giannis like the back of her hand. So she has provided several leads as to where we can find bases and secret storehouses. Although I admit that at times I'm tempted to send her away from the estate, her unnaturalness means that speaking of her always leaves me feeling uneasy. Such a gaunt, unfeminine figure and so tall. Did I hear you correctly, Governor Beyond? You have a mysterious mutant on your estate at this very moment, one of the prodigious height, slight build, and with a supernatural talent for shooting. Did the arrival of this helper never give you the pause for thought? Allow me to make myself clear. To refuse Iliad's help in our circumstance would have been incredibly rash. Yes, mutants are creatures abhorrent to the Emperor, and they should be exterminated. But sometimes humanity makes exceptions for those who can serve the Empire. I'm not concerned that your aide is a mutant. I'm far more concerned that she may be nothing of the sort. Kormakr, I would like to meet this helper of Governor Biad's. We have had delay, out of professional interest. If you wish to speak to Iliad, you'll find her outside in the orangerie, most likely by the gazebo. She prefers to keep her distance from others. Footfall Station is on the verge of starvation. Can Giannis supply the people there with provisions? Yes and no, your lordship. If the question is, can such expansive and fertile world as this one feed a few thousand void rats? Of course it can. We'll lose more provisions to gnawing pests every cycle than those on Footfall could eat in their entire lives. But can we ship said provisions to Footfall? Not a chance. Any cargo shuttle that leaves the surface will be targeted for attack. The rebels will not hesitate to bring it down, sending flaming debris over the capital. Our silos could become target of sabotage. Food could be poisoned or mined. The logistics of transporting supplies to Footfall will only be possible once the uprising has been dealt with. Several months ago, uprising broke out in Xenos. I was not even notified at first. Griping worms are for wardens to worry about. Alas, I only learned of that was happening after the miscreants began targeting noble families. And then it became apparent that what the administrator accounts had referred to was an unrest, were in fact organized attacks on infrastructure and society leaders. They have already brought 13 agri-complexes to a halt and have now moved on assassination attempts. My wardens are doggedly tracking down the rebels, but their leaders are slipping through our grasp yet again. Can Xenos fulfill its foodstuff supplies under current condition? I risk angering you, your lordship, but this is nothing compared to shamelessly deceive you. Let us consider the situation dispassionately. Even the most talented logistics experts of the administratum are unable to guarantee stable ties when shuttles are wary of landing at the spaceport, and then terrified peasants are indulging a dangerous minority within their ranks. Until the usual order of things restored in Xenos, any trade is nigh impossible. Considering what has occurred, your visit is a true blessing. You see, Xenos does not have its own fleet. We could organize a planet-wide search if we had a ship at our disposal. Ships like yours, your lordship. Perhaps you will find a way to support your subjects in their hour of need. I'm sure even approximate coordinates would be sufficient to have the ground forces and ship's crew work together to hunt down the enemy. Well, I'll track down these elusive fugitives myself. As for you, Vistenza, you will not be permitted to fail again. I'm removing you from your post as governor of this planet, and I'm placing you under arrest. When I've finished with these rebels, I decide what to do with you. Oh, your lordship! But I've served your dynasty faithfully and honestly. I have worked tirelessly to tame this unruly planet. As you wish.
Is there money to be made?
Good. She's under arrest. How dare they? I mean, if such a thing comes up and you lose complete control of the situation, then you're unfit to rule. You turn half the ship into servitors because they didn't
Lady
work hard
Cassia,
enough?
is something troubling you?
Once again, you have read my mood like an open book, Master Van Kalks. My eyes, they still ache from the kaleidoscope of colors I see around me.
Idiots.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Iliad Lenevus greets you, Elantark.
Hello, Iliad. She has such an sexy voice, I have to say. Really good voice.
Regrettable news. This creature is not a mutant as the locals assumed, but a representative of the Eldari, one of the myriad enemies of humanity. You should not trust this creature. Do not communicate with it any longer than necessary.
There is no need to mutilate my language, monkey.
Monkey.
I speak yours well enough to converse with Elantark without a translator. And since you have discerned my path, I will be direct in my speech. My soul is nothing kin to yours. Your kind call us Xenos, as if we are all as one. I came here to protect the Lilithon by assisting the governor against her enemies. Will you hear me, or be blinded to sense by your precepts?
I'm sure her voice will be nice when she's screaming at the Inquisitor's rank. I will not hear you, foul Xenos. I don't converse with the enemies of humanity. Sneaky, this one. Sneaky, this one.
Indeed. I have not seen many places that flaunt such luxury. If you were to scrape all the gilding from every temple on Footfall, it would still be less than there is here.
What do we have here? Pendant, Fellowship, and Commerce. If the rest of Matic adherent or above, the Lordship here will depend on Fellowship instead of Intelligence. Ooh.
Do the masters of this place deserve such honor? Are they the chosen servants of the Undying One? Or do they glorify themselves rather than him?
I definitely don't like how our clothing is looking like. Medicae.
Keep your wits about you. Success is the only outcome I accept.
Is it now? Do you have anything else around here? Some servitors up here. So let's talk to this Attilius Quint. We're looking at the mayor wearing a cloak of the Adeptus Administratum and has a data slate in his hand. Your Lordship, what an honor it is to address you in person. Allow me to introduce myself, Attilius Quint, Perfectus of the Officio Agricultural. I will preserve the record of our conversations forever. What do you have to say about the governor's helper, Iliad? To be honest, Your Lordship, I found her presence most distressing. Of course, I would never gainsay the wisdom of the governor, who, if not should, perceive the truthful worth of a person, if that person is a new mutant. Moreover, Iliad's particular abilities could be an interesting subject of study of the Magus Biologis. That languid head shaped those eyes, judging by the skull that was given to me to send to Footfall, such development anomalies on Janus are not quirk of nature, but some kind of inheritable trait. They don't know it's... they don't know it is an... freaking Eldar. Interesting. Why would you send a skull to someone on Footfall? It was part of a commission for a jeweler, Your Lordship. One of the ladies of the court sent this trinket along with the precise instructions for the artisan who was to encrust it with a precious stone. One moment. Here it is. I believe the finished piece was intended to be given as a gift to the governor, but under the circumstances, I doubt I will be able to send it to Footfall anytime soon. I declare preserved, it is pity that it is empty inside. I could have become a proper silver skull herald for the rogue trader, unorthodoxed. A curiosity like this would look very nice on my desk. I mean, yes, undoubtedly. Whatever you wish, Your Lordship. It will raise your spirits after recent incidents. I got a strange skull. Remains that have been thoroughly scraped and cleaned. Okay. There's a steamed trophy you can get for handing over all the unsanctioned characters to Heinrichs on your bridge. Tell me about Xenos and what's happening on the planet. Your Lordship, rebellions have caused too many problems in recent times. And until their replacements pass their checks, complete all their introduction forms, and go through the official appointment procedure, important paperwork is going to be unsigned. It's a bureaucratic catastrophe. The absence of a required signature is, of course, the most horrifying thing about the situation. Oh my goodness gracious. Kalkiri, how you doing? Indeed it is. Financial reports, logistic directives, waybills, and food shipments. Without a signature of the most respected and now deceased head of the Zakari shipments to the settlement of AES-24 had been stopped. If things continue in this vein, I dare not even imagine what it could lead to. Your Lordship, like that deranged planet but nameless star so close of our own peaceful system, the inhabitants there supposedly live under the patronage of rogue trader Winterscale. I want to know details, where the rebels struck and how. Of course, it would like to furnish you with all the information I have. In the last few months, 15 organized attacks have seen terrorist attacks and have been perpetrated. Irrigation equipment has been sabotaged, and agrarian sectors 3 to 5, transport routes 7 to 4, 13 also. I suppose this will not tell you much, please. The data is superbly collected, and the map clearly displayed where the rebels attacked. Nice. Who's directing the rebels? Does anyone know? The rebels are well armed and well trained. My auditors are going to registration records day and night looking for the individuals behind it. What are you doing to combat the rebels? Our security service are tracking those who support the rebels, but they keep on appearing. Our scribes have been run off their feet, keeping records all of the public hearing and executions. That's enough for now. What do you think of Vistenza Viat? Oh, I must confess, the news of her arrest has shaken me to my core. May I speak openly? I admit I haven't got a bad word to say about her. I hope that when you appraise her efforts, your anger will change to mercy. The governor is a superb leader. She possesses an excellent grasp of all the matters and never uses an incorrect form for a given situation. Is that so? She's not a bad person, in your view. Well, I must take my leave. Interesting, we got a little skull.
Let us not dawdle.
Ship is over here, I think. Security officer. Lordship, please do not stray too close to the building. One of the terrorists from today's attack is holed up himself in there. What's going on? Ready to report, Your Lordship. We conducted a sweep of the area. He sealed himself inside and doesn't want to go out. We'll poison him and clear the last dregs of dirt from the estates. What's so special about this building? It's one of the utility buildings. Fortunately, it was empty at the time of the attack. There was no potential hostages or innocent people inside. If you ask me, I think this was the first place the killer came to when the beating... when was beaten and retreated. This is not an empty utility building, but an inactive backup crypt for storing refrigerated and freezing equipment. This is obvious. Your ignorance is depressing, servant. Sorry. Are you going to poison the rebel? We're using insecticide for our stockpiles, Your Lordship. Who is he? To tell the truth, Your Lordship, I'm more concerned with the clearing of the area right now. I want to talk to the person. Are you questioning me out of my way? Forgive me, Your Lordship. Piss off! You won't take me alive. Better put a bullet in my brain than let the governor's dogs get their hands on me. I am Kormaker, Road Trader, and Sovereign of this planet. In the name of the Emperor, open this door. For a long time, nothing happens, then the door opens. It really is you. Your lordship, have mercy. You're the sovereign of this planet. Only you have the power to save us. Youth is a time of recklessness. I heard that said more than once in the School of Proganium and during my novitiation. Novitiating? What? But youth is also the time of directness. Let us listen to this young man before we judge him. Save you from what? From the governor! Everybody here knows what she's doing to us. We've put up with it for too long, hoping that somebody would intervene and help us, but nobody ever did. She's turned the whole world into a slaughterhouse. People are rounded up like grogs from the settlements, supposedly to go to the palace, and they're never seen again. The servants pour something over the fields, and then people lose their minds. They start hearing voices and seeing evil spirits. And while we're dying, she's sitting behind her white walls and feasting on our bones. I was taught that peasants have a tendency to exaggerate their suffering due to the sloth and weakness of spirit. But this young man, vermilion thorns pierce every centimeter of his body, and grey shackles bind his hands, feet, and neck. There are no lies in his words, only terror and desperation without end. You're telling me people are seeing evil spirits? Yes. Others are going feral and attacking their loved ones, and then there's... People say that in some settlements they stop upholding the law altogether. Imperial law and the law of basic human decency. People are turning into animals. Who's behind these rebels? Your lordship, I beg you, don't ask me that. I can't sell out my brethren. It's over for me. But the others, I won't betray them. There will be no end to the war on this planet until I get a handle of the situation. But to do that, I need to meet with your leader. As long as you keep your word. I've never been in their camp, none of us have. Only Chief saw one person from their base. He came a few times, bringing weapons and orders. He said he represented a greater force than we could imagine, and he said that the governor's dogs will pay for their reprisals. But that's not where they're hidden. They keep their distance from ordinary folks. We have it all worked out, so if anyone gets caught, the others aren't caught with them. But I swiped the chief's box. I thought after I killed the governor, I could use the message coordinates to find a base and hide out there. That's everything I know, lordship. Rebel Vox. Damage marks with a log of rebel conversations. Okay. Thank you for your information, Rebel. I'm done listening to you. The boy's body goes limp and drops on the floor. In the midnight hours, you strike more. And the rebels yell as we shoot them dead. What do we have here? This device grants the wielder bonus to carouse. Ooh. More of that. Who's our awareness character? I think it's her. Wait, no, that's the Deadeye shot thing. Bonus to awareness. There we go. In the midnight aisle, she cried more. Okay. What have you done in this situation, Chad? You let him live? Will you end him? Do you think it was a good decision to squeeze us the information from him first before going? Fancy pickle, thank you for the follow, by the way. There is loot. The Lordship, pay no mind to the bodies. We're waiting for the estates to be clearing up the trash. So, return to the Warship. Greetings, Lord Captain. So... Report on operation report on the operation to ruthlessly eradicate the underground traders of the Imperium and the Honorable Xenos. His grace to leadership, general command of the operation were taken by the rogue traders Glorious House van Valancius. Beyond the undoubted competence of the Blessed Lord Captain, there was another reason for this decision, namely evidence of the disloyal with the estimable Governor Viant's retinue. Briefing summary. Subversive activity of the enemies of humanity was detected on planet Xenos. By permitting unrest to take root in the Dominion, Governor Vicenza discredited herself. In light of this, the crude methods she used to repress the rebellion were called into question, as was her staff. The might and authority of the noble Lord Captain, however, were able to facilitate an end to the conflict through this entailed use of the rogue trader's personal resources. The future of well-being of Xenos was dependent on the success of each stage of the operation. Operation begins, phase 1 of 3. So, the first step of the struggle against the insurgents was to drive their cells out of the capital and major cities. The Emperor Blesses Lord Captain considered several suppressive strategies before choosing the best option. Thanks to the data gathering by a retainer of the esteemed Governor Viant's and analysis by the Lord Captain himself, the rebel attack plans were exposed, creating an opportunity to devise a counter strategy. Those who do not follow the tenet of the Imperial only deserve death. Do not tolerate the heretic, the mutant, or the witch. Wise words, Kinnigan. Wise words. Vroom, vroom. So, holding planet-wide prayer services. On the Lord Captain's orders, thrice daily planet-wide prayer services were held, in which the population of Xenos prayed for the deliverance of his land from the clutches of the enemies of humanity. The rituals and litanies had an effect on the agri-world's inhabitants. Reports soon began to arrive that the members of the underground had lost the support of the peasantry and had been forced to abandon the world's major settlements. There we go. The rebels' main forces were scattered throughout the planet's wild jungle areas. The Lord Captain was offered several strategies of dealing with them. In choosing a strategy, the Lord Captain had to consider the limited trustworthiness of the world's population, which was uncovered by the ship's medics deployed on the planet to support the offensive. Their reports indicate widespread genetic anomalies in the colony inhabitants, for which there was no logical explanation. Large-scale attack by militia troops inspired by Sister Argenta. Inspired by the steering's exhortations of preachers, tens of thousands of Yanusians armed themselves and descended upon the jungle like a raging storm. While little regard of their heavy losses, the militia wiped out most of the rebels, and the remnants were driven out of the island's regions that were no longer economically valuable. During the operations of the planet, the suspicion of the Blessed Lord Captain and his companions were confirmed. The rebels were being manipulated by an even more terrible enemy of the humanity. Creatures identified as filthy Xenos, Aldari, to be precise, were seen fighting alongside the peasants. Vicenza Viant's so-called aides who had claimed to be a mutant, was not the only one of her kind on Xenos. Scouts confirmed the presence of other members of this race on the outer worlds. After retreating, the rebels took up the defenses of their training camps, which were hidden deep in the forest of the archipelago. The Blessed Lord Captain viewed several approaches for rooting out these nests of sedition and chose the most promising one. And proper Adeptus Mechanicus sweep thanks to the Magus Human contacts. The wise ones of the Adeptus Mechanicus appealed to the secret machines of the geological monitoring with prayer inquiries. After analyzing the blessed rhythms and seismic activity, they gave the Lord Captain a report with the supposed coordinates of the rebels' camp. The rebels were locked inside their lairs, preparing to take one last desperate stand. As a result of the action of the forces loyal to the Imperium, the rebels were driven into an isolated region, where their camps were then discovered and blockaded. The operation to combat the Xenos incited traitors to humanity was a success. The wisdom and will of the Illustrator's Lord Captain made possible the ultimate eradication and that ungodly movements, and that process was personally overseen by the rogue trader, the sovereign of Xenos, and agent of his will. Track down the rebel leader. In the midnight hour, they cried more. And those rebels yelled for the Emperor. I mean, technically, both are wrong. The rebels kind of acted out of a good motion, but acted against nobility, so that's kind of a crime on itself. So we're unraveling this, and probably gonna punish the governor and the rebels, even though the rebels are potentially probably correct. But so let us explore the jungle. Jungle, 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 bumble, bumble, bumble.
I've never seen so many plants before, not even in our arboretum. Oh, that flower there! I read about it in one of the works by Janitor Canassian.
Don't touch it.
I never thought such a riot of life could exist anywhere. Why does the Undying One not allow such things in the void, where we dwell?
Good question. Why doesn't
Rise
it?
to the top, or get left in the dust.
Ooh, Pascal could do a nice overcharge shot over there. Damn it, we're on attack. Kill the intruders. Hold on, brothers. I'll call for backup. Prepare for battle. Start the battle. So
Let's get to it.
let's pull everybody together. Move over. Make a kill box. There we go. Now.
Me?
The watchful eye.
Fury of House Orcelio!
Perfecto. And with that, we're giving. Oh, shame. We can only boost Heinrichs then. Well, Heinrichs, then do some buffing. And we're good to go. So, Cassia. Get up here. Boost these two and Daka away.
Eradicated.
Nice.
High momentum.
Favor.
High momentum.
Oh my gods. Nice sniper shot. Doggo, on me.
I'll see to it personally.
Protectos. Run and gun.
I won't compromise my principles.
Throw the dog over there. Yeah. Tell the dog to bind the next target. Fantastic. Tell him to become on standby and go overcharge with the dog. Good. And some boost. Ooh. Let's run up here. Extra AP on you. Good. He did. Where it hurts.
Another foe painted black.
Swamp. What do we have here? A hunting rifle. We'll take that. I think there was a chance to converse with them if you don't straight up go into attacking them.
The Vizier. Would he be proud? Am I?
The Vizier?
I always keep my options open.
I'm sure what you're talking about.
Blood-soaked sunset of gold and crimson burns within your soul. But the rest of your colors have faded to gray.
To serve the undying Emperor, one must excise all that is superfluous. What you see is sacrifice. What you see is duty.
Is duty or beauty? Conversation between them are wild. I recall that there is an ambush over here, I think.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
So, they were against dodge against enemies under the effect of exposed weakness. Those gloves reduce the recoil of all automatic weapons. That's a nice one. Hello, creatures of the wilds. There's 4 of you, even. Okay, okay. We are getting ambushed. So, ambush. Then we want, if possible, all over here. Some nice attack of opportunities happened there. Then we want an attack pattern thingy. Let's boost Kibella. So let's jump. Oh my gods. Okay. My creature's as good as dead. Just splatter all over the place for some more. Jesus. Nice try. Nice try. Ooh, all very dodgy. Like it. Like it. Argenta.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart!
Be the fire in my heart. Burn them.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Run and gun. Gonna burn again. Good. So, we are jumping over
Trust
here.
me. Come. The other side awaits.
Carnival of Misery. Don't think you're gonna survive that long, little creature. Captive audience. Is this disgusting? I can't remember what I picked that my attacks from above did not do AoE damage anymore. So where it hurts, 36 stacks of bleed should end this creature. Ah! Oh my god. That's on the other side over there. Okay. Astro and Jareth, greetings. How you guys doing? Welcome in. How's it going so far? So much to getting reinforcements, huh?
Let us not dawdle.
Jumping down here. Straight out enemy camp. So, Pascal, let's make an opener with an AoE attack on these two. Boom! Good. Cassia moving forward. Heinrich's there. Kabbalah. Start the battle. So, let's I know, select one to move over here.
Show me what you've got.
Then we're moving up here and doing a little bit of little stair. Jesus Christ, this is powerful.
Isn't this a job for
Making
the
that effect
serfs?
double. Oh, we can do it twice. Let's do it twice. Jesus. Cassia. Please nerf. Please nerf. Shooting up there. Didn't work. Come on, Doggo. Go bite. No? No bitey? You can go on your own mode then. Boom! Let's make you an overcharge then with the dog. Not bad. Not bad. And now come back and protect me.
Time to slaughter someone.
Skull got a little shot. Whoa. A Melta guy. Okay, that looks kind of dangerous. Argenta, could you please move up here and
Guided by faith.
take care of that dude? Is that possible? Just go for concentrated fire and rapid fire and just shoot him into oblivion. Jesus.
Doubt is for the weak.
Okay. That version rebel. You're the one I'm gonna end.
As honor
Straight
ordains.
AP. Bring some blood out. Swam.
Let your
Swam.
soul be purged.
And it's Yump again. Whatever it is that kept you alive, you're gonna die because I'm taking now pain residence and all your injuries will be triggered. Anyways. So, move it up here.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Combat Servitor might be dangerous as well. God damn it, where's Hendrix? So, muscle power. Sword of the Emperor. And move it up here and do an charge into his face. Beautifully. And then go into defensive stance.
Let's get to it.
And we block whatever comes from there and hit them back with the shields. Perfectio. So, move it up here. Can I relocate my serval skull? Beep. So, let's do an overcharge so I can hit both. Nice. But the overcharge did hit me as well, it seems like.
High momentum.
So, how about I give
I'll
Heinrich
show you
an
why
extra turn.
navigators are feared.
And we go for swing, second swing. Cannot move. Fair enough. Can I taunt it at least? I cannot taunt either. Let's enfeeble you guys then. And then I go one move closer. Do the taunt.
For the throne's glory.
Defense personally. Because called strong again because we're not. And we're putting the stalwart defense into that direction. So.
Scared yet?
I'm gonna pull you in. So we have Pascal. Go for a shot up there. Nice. Relocates up there. And giving a little bit of life. Beautiful. So, what I want to do is tell my dog to get for that back target there. Fantastic. So now I can take a shot and hit them both. Another running gun. Coming super close. Nice. Good attack. Oh, I could have buffed my attack. Could have done even more.
Oh, you never
Damage.
stood a chance.
Nice try of trying to run. No can do, mister. No can do. Can I shoot from up here? I can't shoot all the way from up here. Good. Let's move up here. Let's do single shots. But apparently we can hit. Wow. That is one precise heavy bolter up there, lady. One precise heavy bolter.
This is unacceptable.
Jesus. Your freaking aim is unacceptable. That's what's unacceptable here. It's insane what you put out there.
My blade whispers your name. I shall.
13. There's the death kill, or the death hit. And I'm gonna keep moving. So 4. Let's try. Everything else alive except the servitor? No. Good. Then let's go servitor action. Swing it. Taunted. Defense. Let's enfeeble it even.
Let's see to it.
Get into endure.
Activate calculated fury
Moving
algorithm.
up here. Giving you some extra Ocean Spirits situation. Relocate. Nearly there. Been overshot. That's it. Let's buff him. Let's move the kill box over there. Ascanio.
Running binaric override.
Combat servitors and expose weakness. Good. Moving over here. Missing it by 1. Crap. Well, doggo, go to Heinrichs. And now go at tank. Combat servitor. 4. Attack him again. 33. Wow, he's biting through that armor. Quite nicely. Right, stand by. So. Let's move over here so we can still shoot. Can't believe it. So, over here. We do a jump? Let's do a jump.
Trust me.
So, bloody. Swing, 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 swing. It's up 13. Do another jump. To 20 now.
Brings me no pleasure.
Here come the Eldari reinforcement. Is it just 2? Seems like it. Seems like it. Get the remains up there. Cabela, I want you to go as close as possible. Heinrichs as well. Let's go. So let's move you into the middle if we
If
can.
you insist, Lord Captain.
So I can open the eyelids towards you guys. twice.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
Very good. So, come on, doggo. Move. Move. Oh, he made it all the way up. Good boy.
A pitiful attempt.
Get me a target.
Good boy. Speak again. Argenta. 30, a little bit closer.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. As the
24.
Emperor...
Excuse me. Hey, how's the doing? Kinnicon, have a wonderful time at work. And Lopez, thank you for your work, lurk. Jew, we have leveled up. Okay. It's getting quite out of hand. Let's see here. I remember one that's called Perimeter Defense. If Protect is used on the Overseer, the Cybermaster's MP is doubled when moving to them. So I can bring in my doggo. Be like, heal! And he comes. Fantastic. We'll take that. And then more ballistic skills so we shoot better. Simple. Very, very simple. So. Argenta. What do we have? Argenta next. Should better die for the Emperor. What is all out? While Archmilitant is under the effect of Reckless Rush, the attacks do not cost... Oh. Oh. Okay. All out. And ballistic skills, of course. More precise dagger. More precise dagger. Combat zone. Pass unscathed. If the navigator's perception is higher than their agility, their dodge is calculated using perception instead. Yeah. And then willpower, of course. Now our dodge is 95%. Jeez. Jesus. Wait, let's do Pascal first. Let's do Pascalio. Can't advance with this character now. Oh, because I opened this one now? God damn it. So, weapon skill, of course. Whenever the enemy is suffering from toxin inflicted by an executive, no. Internal bleeding when pushing an enemy, no. Whenever an enemy in a force field ready is around, the executioner suffers damage from the damage over time effect. The executioner regains wounds. So you revel in the screams of thy enemy. That is nasty. I'll take it. Invigorating screams. So, Mr. Heinrichs. Let's see here. We're going for weapon skill. And for Beacon of Might. At the start of the Vanguard's turn, before the temporary wounds are lost, the Vanguard gains number of temporary wounds. Number of temporary wound strength for 1 round. So the more temporary wounds he gets, the higher the strength is for that round when he is actively doing something. Pretty neat. So, what do we want now? If the Overseer or their allies are protected by partial cover in a full serve radius around the surface called Swarm, they're considered protected by full cover. Oh, that's neat. That is neat. And then let's grab some more ballistics. Good. So much death. So many dead people. What do I have here? The melted gun. Gonna take that with me. In the Midnight Isle. So, some goodies over here. The dimness of the Camden P and notice outlines of machine, portable generations, and provide power camp. Food. The floor of the bunk is littered with sleeping bags and backpacks.
Cast your eye there.
Sharpshooter marksman rifle. Let's start putting them back away. Because we have way too many anyways. Aldari Guardian. Aldari Ranger Armor. Or a Chainsword. That away. Some goodies up there. We'll take that. Yes. Gas always good. Oh, there's a bag that did not pick up.
Is there money to be made?
Yeah, of course, the place is littered with explosives.
I better myself through my service.
There's more explosives. And more explosives.
Look, over there.
And more explosives. Good dog. Catching that. Let's see what's coming. Can you open it? It's just 90%. Ergo boots. Increase the wearer's agility by 5 and athletics by 10. Ooh. So really good boots. Really good boots. Athletics 50. So agility by 5, athletics by 10. Broop. Dodge chance 100% now.
Keep your wits about you.
Well, it's gonna be very hard to hit. So Xeno. Whoa. Heinrichs. Gonna step into the trap, please.
Observation report on Henrix Van Kalos. The unit's professional skills make him a suitable candidate for data interrogator servo skull conversion. I am proposing.
I will have to decline your generous offer, Magos. I would rather keep serving the Golden Throne with my full complement of limbs.
Oh man, Pascal. Go up. something that... Drukhari equipment or Aldari. Grants agility and perception. Very nice amulet for the sniper lady. Very nice amulets. So, 60% chance. Oh, it did it. Wow. Can't believe it. What do we have here? An auto gun. Move it away. Data slated with notes. Cut. I know it's been rough for you since the meeting, but Rune's first contact leaves an impression on everyone. But when I recommend you to Commander, I've never thought you wouldn't have to the stomach to process the truth. Think what you want, but I'm still your friend. I don't want anything to happen to you because of your own stupidity. I'll share a bag with the packs of Nitrubars that our lads brought from the settlements. And if you thought no one would notice a couple of clips missing from Torban's backpack, you thought wrong. I want to give you a chance to return the goods. You know, every Nutribar counts these days, and stuff grows in the stuff that grows in the forest are not edible. Okay, so it seems like the governor has done something to the planet, and food and whatnot is not edible anymore. Like, these mutations are happening everywhere. Thanks to whatever's going on. Something happening? Oh! Animal ambush! More of you. Just the two? It seems so. Let's boost Cassia. Let's give Heinrich some temporary wound thingies. Move that up. And I don't know. Tell me to come over here. That was not a good spiel. Nice parry. Wait, shouldn't you? Blast strike.
Throne take you.
Should you not do a lot of Daka? Shoot. Go. Do some data analysis. Machine spirits. Expose weakness. On that target over there. Oh my god. Pascal. Shot the head of that poor thing. The strength adds. Smack it. Block. Enfeeble it. So. Put my dog out of bites. I'm gonna move over here and shoot. Very well. Lord Xenos. The massive statue depicts the god of the Eldaris. More demolition. I wonder which gun, though. So, some traps that work, apparently, on these little creatures. The Grenadier Rebel. Whoa! He opened the warp gate. And he closed it. Didn't work. It's pointing at us. Is that good or bad?
Monkey, you should not be here.
You see Iliad among the beings clustered around the strange tall structures. She watches you with a complete indifference. The way she watches an insect crawling on a wall. You, throne preserve me. Who are you? Proxy, how you doing? In the name of the Golden Throne, I will purge this Imperial world of the heresy that has tainted it. At last, may he guide my hand, for I am his vengeful wrath. Accept your release from an unclean existence and be grateful. The warriors are the first to raise their weapons and charge into the fray. A moment later, the rebel follows suit.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
Oh, please, you try!
Been writing a flight sim kick lately. Any specific program you're using or so? Rebels. Okay. Can you see over here? Genta can remain there. Pascal, you can remain there as well. Definitely gonna move forward with you. Okay, Bella, you're gonna take care of these spec striders over here. So we'll move over here. Start a battle.
Let's get to it.
So, everybody move in. Oh, Iliad, is that Iliad over there? It's Iliad over there. Let's do like this.
Morak.
Okay, Morak.
My soul belongs to the Infinity Circuit.
Is it so?
Swift and silent. Ancestors guide me.
Pain cleanses the body.
Nice shots there, Iliad.
My heart still beats.
Out of my way.
Nice shots. On the line.
Let's make it quick.
Got a little bit of a stun issue. Problem. Good. Since the Grenadier Rebel is next to me, I'm gonna use it and do some slicing on him.
The shadows will see it done.
Okay, here we go. Completely obliterated him. I can jump twice. I'm gonna jump over here. And then I'm gonna jump in between you guys. Perfect. I'm gonna do a cleave to end the two of you. And can I use this to move closer? No, I'm not close enough.
Here we go.
Here we
Show me
go.
what
Here
you've
we
got.
go. Here we go. So, Argenta. Let's move up here. Rapid fire. Concentrated fire for extra DACA. And let's start shooting. By Iliad, completely shredded to bits. I think.
You have returned.
Jesus, was
Hello,
this nasty?
Cormac Wave, Cormac Skell.
Hello, Lessa. How you doing? Thank you for 20 months of support. Tier 1 subscription. Enjoy your chainswords. 2020 Microsoft Flight Sim. Been doing a transatlantic flight from Seattle to Cape Town. Wow, proxy. I want pictures.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave.
In thy light I stand. Brrr. So, Pascal. Let's get out of that weird thing. Then relocate our humble friends. Then we're gonna use the machine spirits and this wonderful tool to grab me some insides. I'm gonna shoot on that. Oh, Elliot is back there. Never mind. God damn it, I missed. So, Heinrichs. Buff. Strength. It's gonna burn to death. Pretty sure about that. So I'm gonna just swing at you. Put out a taunting scream.
Naturally.
With the defenses.
High momentum.
High momentum. So.
Time
Be gone.
Attack opportunity did not work. Did work, but the pull in did not work. Let's give a full turn to Argenta. And get the move over here. Good. They're gone. Bye, Elliot! Let's go sit your ass down. Jesus.
High momentum.
Split in half! Who's still alive? Was that rebel over here? It's gonna get an attack opportunity behind you, Dad.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Dismantling shot.
A mere pain won't stop me.
There's two more coming. I think these Eldari Gardens are coming a little bit late, if you ask me. Where's my brother? Dog is waiting. How's over there? Keep it on. Moving up. Skull remains there. Heinrichs. Good.
Me?
So,
If you insist, Lord Captain.
tell them to come closer. Give Argenta the rundown. So, boost Heinrich's HP.
I will not fail the craft world.
Nice block. Nice parry. Am I fast enough? Can I come over here and jump? Can't. It's a shame. So. Go and protect Heinrichs. Go and attack the one in the back. Okay.
I will not
dodged.
yield to the likes of you.
Interesting. Did not expect the dodge to happen. Down goes the other Eldari.
Isha, heal my wounds.
2 nice
My
hits.
path won't end here.
Steady superiority. Another nice hit. That is it. So you're up to 4. Let's make some more. Move you over there. Make the machine spirit on him. 9 stacks. Let's expose weakness. And we're good to go. Heinrichs. A little bit of extra health. Because now we do hits a lot harder. 32. He's gonna so die from the burn. There we go. We've dealt with the cutthroats. A rune armor. The Iliad is also not any longer. The Orlok Mark IV pistol. Grab it with me,
Always
because
keep your
why not?
eye on the price.
A very long rifle and Ilif's spirit stone. A relic containing the soul of the Elvira Ranger Iliad from the gaze of she who thirsts. Oh, wonder we can do something with that spirit stone. As a probably that's something linked to the heretical part. Proxy, thank you for the good verbs, vibes, and golden. Thank you for the lurk. I'd appreciate that. So we can return to the woodship over here. Heretical Path item that unlocks an extra ability. Ooh. Interesting. You can spoil that ability if you want to. I don't mind. Back to the governor's retreat. Let's see. My very bones, I'm getting old. Oh, I'm getting old. Boo. Your lordship! Let's talk to Mr. Quince over here. What are your duties here? Okay, just going quickly through with him to the maintenance, to the woodship. So, let's have a chit-chat with this lady. Come and clean up her mess. Apparently her doing is that there is some, I don't know, pestering, some witch blanks happening on the planets. All the food and whatnot is no bueno. Lord Valences, with the most delighted welcome. Would your lordship to prefer to speak to the governor alone or with your entourage? My entourage will come with me. So, let's see now. Let's see. We've neglected to mention the strange changes in the planet's flora and fauna. Magos Vinzelix is a very wise man, but his fixation on evolutionary process seems a little extreme to me. Janus was heavily cultivated. Forest will clear the mountains is raised across half of the planet. It is no surprise that we're still noticing the consequence of those changes. It's possible that the plant's mutations are connected to the waste runoff from the harvesting equipment, and the changes in wildlife behavior could be the reaction to the expansion of the cultivated areas. Are you surprised by knowledge of the topic, or the whole dynasty has dedicated itself on taming Xenos, this plentiful yet stubborn planet? Every member of the Viad bloodline is versed in fundamentals of planetary engineering and its consequences. Rumors have reached me about oddities among Xenos population. I don't deny it, some of our experiments exact a higher toll on the population than others. You see, recently one of the noble families of Xenos has taken on a difficult task of enhancing the attributes of our workers. So far, it has involved introducing experimental supplements to the food and mental conditioning in monitoring settlements. Sometimes procedures are disturbed and part of the population suffer from side effects. The specialists of the Gravas family would be better placed to inform you on this topic, but unless they're currently engaged in the field. Who's that? Next to you? One of my ladies in waiting, Amelia. Amelia performs the secretarial duties and helps me to remain constant in contact with those families. To bathe in the light of your greatness in this deep honor, rogue trader. I found the rebels' nests, Vistenza. Have you really, your lordship? And what have you learned? Xenos were the ones behind the rebellions. They're dead now. Xenos, on Xenos? What a horror been lurking right in our doorstep. I owe you a debt that cannot be repaid, your lordship. Well then, now that the source of the rebellion sediment has been eliminated, I believe we can move to other issues. Yes, and the first order of business is to dispose of inadequate servants. What? No! Wardens! Wardens! Secret door. Remove the obstacle. Kinky chambers. Let's have a look over here. We have your bolt pistol. That's a cargo. So, Heinrichs. I think it's Cassia. Who's our warp lady?
You are in the presence of House Orselio.
There we go. So you can deal with the warp spiel. We did. Good. Now with the bomb. I'll know its name when you need to heretical vulture, but it's called Warp Shriek. I assume it works similar to the ability from Madeira. Interesting. Guess you're very unlucky, Draz. There's a roll of dice that happens. And depending on your luck on that, it turns them into chaos stuff or not. Oh my. What an odd display of Slaneshi pleasures. Okay, she's summoning demons. We need to take her out, I think, first. Corrupted noble.
I always keep my options open.
Let's move in. Let's move in. The poor guy has turned into a harp. Yum. Insane. Rutama, how you doing? So, let's start. Maid of Honor. I need to bring her in. Secret Chamber Lieutenant. I need to bring her in somehow. The demonette's not necessary.
Chaos guides me.
Burn monotony.
If you say so. So... let's make some little stare on you guys. Even twice. Oh crap, I should have put the thing down. Kill box. Well, next time. Or penetration.
To the brink of agony.
Don't frighten me.
Toxic needle.
I serve the ruinous powers.
I serve the ruinous powers. Let's go bite. Good. We're moving over here. I'll take that attack of opportunity. I don't mind. We're gonna go for concentrated fire. Shoot him. Bind him again. Very good. Protect me. Let's keep moving. Let's do a run and gun. So we can charge up here and take a wide shot.
Best defense is a good offense.
There we go.
Accept it. Embrace it.
Dodged. Should a dog not attack? Give him one. Maybe I'm wrong. So, move it up closer. Reckless.
I'll do it.
Reckless charge. Let's give concentrated fire. And Daka, go!
Strike is a prayer.
Good. They're all stuns. Doing some prayers. Come a little bit closer. Beautifully. Beautifully. Maid of Honor. She needs to die first. So we're gonna jump over
Death
here.
comes in silence.
I'm gonna make a blood oath on you. Then also a raining blood. And captive audience.
As honor ordains.
The next attack inflicts bleeding. Oof. Straight up cut her to bits. And then I'm gonna go on an heroic death waltz. Swank. 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 Oh my. Oh my
The other
god.
side awaits.
Okay. Well, that was wild. I could keep jumping. Let's do 2 jumps. So, 0 damage. The next one. Okay, so then we need to build up first. So let's do some schlobbity. Wait, shouldn't she have like some shield or something? I remember her having a shield to be kind of like, holy shit. Okay, Bella, you are out of your mind. What the actual F is that damage output there? You are insane. So pump it up to 9 and then expose her. Good. Heinrichs, get over here. Let's boost us a little bit. Get a little swing on her. Okay. Another swing on her. 22.
I am unsatisfied.
Are you satisfied? I don't care if you're unsatisfied or not. We shall boost Kormakr, give him an extra turn.
Who shot me?
My soul sings in ecstasy.
But overcharge the doggo and tell doggo to come over here and bite your sorriness. There we go.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
The governor has been dealt with. Needle pistol. Enforcer light care percupass, we don't need that. Grants persuasion, a signet drink. Grants bonus to warp. Since the diary, we have no heritable things, so no needs. Toxic needle pistol. I don't know, maybe we'll make it dual pistol dudes at some point. I'll leave it as it is. David, you really like the streams, even though you can't always watch them. That just made my day. The Rex says also here. Hello, I completely missed him. Sorry. It's a Warhammer miniature as well. That's that harp thing from Slanesh. Uta, I love you. Thank you. Thank you kindly for being here. David, if you miss anything and you want to be part of the journey, you know, and introduce your input as well, I think YouTube would be then the best direction to go with. How's your Kimbo shotgun build going so far? So far, we're not there yet to use the full potential on both shotguns. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Good. We are getting there. Let's go first with Pascal. So we want now the Medikey signal. Yeah. Medikey signal. At the start of their turn, each ally in a force radius around a surface called Swarm gains wounds and a chance to remove an injury. Does not affect unconscious enemies. So they're basically passive healers now. And the Swarm is so good. Tech use. Complete. Good. Up next is Heinrichs that we're gonna skill. Heinrichs, Vanguard. We now gotta grab the Shield of the Emperor. Till the start of Psycho's next turn, all allies increase the deflection and armor by 12%. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. How are we looking at athletics? It's Kibella, but it's a strength thing, so... Never mind. We're gonna keep on pushing Xenos. Up. Good. Up next we have Cassia. This game is half off right now in Summer Sale. Or GG as well, exclamation mark GOG, if you want to support the channel as well, doing so, and give a bigger cut to the developers and a cut to the channel as well. You sub to that as well, but you have so much work to do. But after I'll be able to relax for some time, I'll be able to watch more of your streams. Man, David, you are a legend. Thank you for those kind words. Thank you for those kind words. So the main issues at the moment also is that we're not fully using both shots yet. But we're forming it there. We're forming it there. What do I want now? Do I go for Waking Nightmare? Will enemies within that area get a penalty to the willpower and toughness until the end of combat that overall just lowers the max HP of the enemy? Super strong. Super strong. Or I can go Held in My Gaze. The Navigator deals damage to an enemy. That enemy must pass a resistance test or become immobilized as well. I think the Nightmare one isn't stronger because of the AoE pot. So we're taking that. Then we're going for you. Argenta. The Archmilitant next attack this turn will cost 0 AP and will not count towards the attack limit. The cost of this ability is reduced by 1 AP for every stack of versatility. Yeah. More attacks. More attacks. And we want... Heavy weapons deal +1 and 10% damage and ignore 2 deflection. Heavy duck, I just become even stronger. Dude. We're now on the brink on becoming ridiculously overpowered. I mean, we're already ridiculously overpowered, but we're gonna get even crazier. The Executioner replaces 23 of their wounds with the same number of temporary wounds until the end of combat. While the Executioner has temporary wounds, all of the melee attacks and damage over time effects deal additional 23% damage, where 23 is the maximum wounds. Ooh. So basically you're cutting your veins open to just do even more damage. Going full-on emo mode is what we're doing there. Full-on emo mode. Good. We want to now... The shotgun attack allows the arbitrator to make 2 single shots against the target. Do I want that? Immediately dashes to the enemy, performs a special attack. The target suffers double rending damage. It must pass a toughness test or fall prone. Each cell traversed by the Cybermassive increases the damage dealt. Stacks and lasts until the Overseer's next turn. Boom. Okay. And we go, of course, Demolition, because that improves my area attack with the shotgun. You didn't get a heavy bolter from Aurora? Aurora would... Aurora does... That's... Oh, no, Aurora... As in the true form Aurora, being the Space Marine, not the one in the Tech Asylum. Because that is more or less a fake vessel.
I always have
so
a
probably
backup
just
plan.
defeated the Aurora in the machinery.
Do you require an audience?
Do you require an audience? Whoa. Wrong person. Please disarm.
Duty prevails.
Thank you kindly. So what do we got over here? More tools, more Xenos stuff. Then we have here a save.
Color the uncolored.
With more wonderful things. And then we have the notes of the nature of aristocracy. Gonna take that with us. And we got a power grip, giving us 10 strength. My oh my. Okay, that's something for Heinrichs. Plus 10 strength. Incorrect armaments. Oh, it's for the hand. Okay, let's do it like that. Weapon skill and +5 strength. Don't really have anybody with... I mean, I could give it to her, but the Medicae actually makes more sense on her. Although she has attacks of opportunity, deal an additional agility damage. Doesn't happen so often, so let's better give her these wonderful gloves. The Signet ring gives +10 persuasion. I think persuasion-wise, you are the strongest. Heinrich said an empty trinket slot? True. I could give him the needle. Let's see here. Grants lure to warp, but the wielder suffers more damage from physics and navigator powers. Medkit costs lower. Dead eye shots. Doesn't really help me. Bonus to commerce helps me also not. There's not really an item that I want to put in there. Yeah. Nope. No item that I want to put there yet. How about this deflection against human enemies? No, the other one is actually way better. Way better. Add to cargo. Add to cargo. Rune armor. Plus 10% dodge if the wearer's willpower is more than 50. Base armor property goes high. Man, there's so many abilities, so many things I can do. I want them all. Don't have to, I can't have them all. Some other stun grenades. So, some more goodies.
Keep your wits about you.
Your Lordship, what happened? Where's Lady Viat? Janos was under two distinct threats. The corruption of Chaos in the form of Vistenza and her associates, and Xenos, who had manipulated the servants of the Empire. I dealt with them both. Vistenza Viat has been executed as a traitor to the Empire. Her accomplices must be found and put to death immediately. Oh no, heresy! Heresy in Janus? May the God Emperor watch over us! Whatever the government did, I had no knowledge of it. We will root out those who colluded with her right away. Skirter begins to speak, but thinks better of it, instead of choosing to step aside and bow his head. I probably should continue my run in Rogue Trader, but I have been sucked in building Viking village in Aska recently. I recommend to step away from Aska and wait for it to be fully done before you burn out on it. Because there's a lot of content in preparation for it. I'm talking to the developers about it. And, I mean, it's up to you, of course. Same goes for Enshrouded. But yeah. Definitely gonna tackle about that as well. Good. And sold to Quinns. Nothing else. Okay. Well then, let's return to ship. Looks like Xenos is now in my position. If you guys are thinking about grabbing the game, please do use our GG class. I'm reading reviews to see mention the Rogue Traders being buggy. I have not found any bugs so far. There's some that have been at the launch, and nothing that of sorts that happened. The crafting process is so fun. Man, I can't wait to test it out and play it. Askai is on my list. Valheim 1.0 and Enshrouded 1.0. Is going to be part of my journey. Might have open spots for people to accompany me on that run, but it will be an roleplay-ish thing, probably. Some provisions of Footfall, giving its inhabitants new hope and asserting their right to rule over the station. I am grabbing the leads to the station myself. Provisions 10, efficiency 3, traffic factor 5. Yeah, some provisions of Footfall, giving these inhabitants the new hope and asserting their rights to rule over the station. I'm not gonna give it to Chorda. The inhabitants of Footfall Station will praise Rogue Trader who spared them and painfully chose between starvation and succumbing to the reign of Incendia Chorda. To welcome the Rogue Trader, the Adeptus Mechanis Planetary brought to the ship the mobile extractoriums. Nice. And this is our now. Blocks the project of Ultra Inquisitors and the other ones. Okay, so I have to choose here. Tears of Repentance. All creatures that enter the area created of this grenade must pass a strength test. On failed toughness test, become blinded. On failed strength test, become slowed. On failed willpower test, become disturbed. Ooh, and they replenish. Oh, this is like proper tear gas. Nice for our Arbiter. Star Blights. Exotic sniper rifle. Gives us profit factor and complacency. Sophocracy gives us stimulants. It gives us strength, toughness, and agility. And efficiency goes up. Many planetary aristocrats have stained themselves with incompetence and lost their titles. A new nobility of chem princes will create out of subjects to prove capable of science and governance. These who succeed wisely managing their agri-complex fiefs, strictly maintaining obedience and among the commoners, and increasing the output of rare organic chemicals will keep their position. So we get chemicals, security goes up, and we get the Tears of Repentance. Yeah, Chem Princess, I think is the thing that I'm gonna go for. So getting some tear gas. Nice. Touches by the Holiness, complacency, +2. The Rogue Trader ordered that 100 of Malpians be admitted into the Order of the Hammer, ignoring the monks' protests. Exactly. That is what I did. Dirty bureaucracy. Execute. Wait, there's more. Xenos. Do you have to go back? Probably have to go back. Do you have here plasteel? No need for that. No need for that though. Cargo management. Let's go to the expense. I remember Pathfinder Kingmaker was buggy mess at launch, but when I got it, they had all been fixed, so I just got a great game. Yeah, they have some starting issues, all of the Alcud games, but end up being very powerful in terms of do I want to go down there? There's some burning worlds over anomaly. There's some Xeno attack. Plasteel. There's Xeno attack that we have. There's Xeno attack that I don't have. There's any contracts. There's no contracts available. Good, let's go to Footfall. And see what the situation is now that we've brought food. Lord Captain received an urgent transmission from Footfall connecting. Rogue Trader, my name is Solomon Anthar. You and I met on Racket Minoris. I have something to discuss with you. I'll be waiting at Footfall Docks. Met with the arbiters. Ooh, baby! Yes! Yes! Finally! Is this now the new DLC content? Sorry, I'm getting too excited. Let's get to the Leech residence first. And tell him that the food is coming. Can I dispose of him as well? Because we know he's part of that. Bad organization. I mean, I'm probably not going to be better than Chorda in terms of leading this whole spiel here.
Is there money to be made?
Your Lordship, the first ships from Giannis have arrived. The station no longer facing famine and the predatory interest of Chorda dynasty. I'm glad I found such a generous and reliable patron. Naturally, your protectorate can count on Footfall offering the special consideration I promised you before. That is. Either inflicts the bleeding, burning, or toxin effect. The target gets additional 2 stacks. Oof. Oof. Carskin. Calibrated heavy stubber. Is the heavy stubber considered a bolt weapon? I wonder. So, you guys like what? Xeno artifact. Solid projectiles and no bolts. Yeah, makes sense now. Makes sense. Trade. Another 1,000. 1,800, 2,000. Uniform kits, 3K. Provisions. Jewelry. Bleeded boots. Whenever the word hits an opening, inflict bleed. Telepathic staff. Miss Scrambler grenades. Plus 10 willpower. Okay, I thought we could do something similar like Jordan did and, you know, boot the whole criminal attempt here. What I do like about Aska Rudima is that you bringing in NPCs to live with you somehow and make this whole world kind of like alive. A lot better than Enshrouded is doing with just quest givers. They're actually doing something as well. So. He said he's at the dogs. I guess not he's here with them. Let's show some data. Getting another profit factor. And let's see in terms of that. We have 39. Combat Manipulator. Whenever the wearer uses a non-attack consumable item, it counts as an attack of a different type when the previous attack for the purposes of versatile. Oh, interesting. Getting versatile points. Mechanical's creation. Not yet, my friend. Not yet.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Woodsman. Oh, there he is. There they are. I'm curious what kind of class he is.
Thank you for responding to my request, Rogue
Of course.
Trader. I'm here on the orders of Marshal Strax to ask for your help. We are in pursuit of a tie thief. We must board the thief's ship, execute the heretic for his crimes, and return the sacred tribute to the protection of the Adeptus Arbites. The reward for your assistance in this matter will be the thief's frigate, the Heartless, which we will capture in the course of the mission.
Are you getting a new ship? Oh, it's a pleasure to see you, Solomon, and you, Glato.
Glato, speak! Not every cybermastiff receives a personal greeting from a rogue trader. Such an honor warrants a response.
Without so much as a flicker in his expression, Solomon commands. Why have you approached me and not Winterscale? Rakaminoris was his world.
I did, and I was rebuffed.
Oh.
As Rogue Trader Winterscale rightly pointed out, from the moment of the tithes collection, responsibility for it transfers to the Adeptus Arbites. He also noted that the loss of a world is not an inconsiderable detriment to his protectorate, and he has no intention of expending resources to recover something that no longer belongs to him.
Wow.
Under similar circumstances in the past, our arrangement would have obliged us to turn to Lady Theodora. She was a key figure in supporting the Lex Imperialis in the Coronis Expanse.
Interesting. So, it is poor from a rogue trader to refuse to help servants of the law.
It is not for me to judge the Emperor's anointed, not least when I cannot fault his reasoning.
I can understand the response. Me too. Me too. It makes sense, the response, he says. I will help the Adeptus Arbites. What is the plan?
Captain Sargona and his flagship, the Heartless, are concealed in Mundus Nullius. The exact location can only be determined with your ship's augurs when we enter the system.
Okay.
The Heartless is escorted by a small flotilla. You'll need to neutralize it in order to capture the frigate. Arbites strike teams will land on the upper deck, while your boarding party handles the remaining bays. My squad of arbitrators will take on the most difficult and dangerous part of the operation. The ultimate goal is to capture the captain's bridge and interrogate and execute Sargona.
Interesting. I may have also other matters to attend on route to Mundus Nullius. Will you be able to accompany me?
No. I'm still on mission, and in your absence, my subordinates and I will be checking weapons and finalizing tactics for the assault. In other words, we will be wholly occupied with preparations.
And what is that ship you're promising me?
The Heartless is the enemy flagship. It has been corrupted with inhuman technology, but you have the necessary resources to purge it of Xenos filth and make it serve the Imperium once more. Even if you don't wish to own a ship previously crewed by pirates, you will have prospective buyers lining up to take it off your hands. I'm no expert on ships, but when I questioned the captains on Footfall about the Heartless, they were almost salivating as they listed its virtues.
Oh, wow.
Purifying and removing a ship equipped with blasphemous modifications from the hands of apostates is the sacred duty of all servants of the Omnissiah and of the Emperor.
I will only note that the xenotech equipment is to be destroyed, not studied comprehensively, Magos Explorator.
Counteroffer. I get the ship and you join my entourage at the same time.
I do not have the power to choose my assignments, Rogue Trader. However, if the mission is successful, the Marshal is unlikely to refuse to deploy me as your escort.
I see. Any tactical recommendations for the assaults?
The task is relatively simple. Kill all enemies we encounter and not let them kill us. Sargona must be taken alive for questioning, but I and my team will handle that. There is one other thing. The following call signs will be used for Vox communication during the mission. You will be RT-1, and I will be DX-1. I also request you use RBT sign language throughout. Non-verbal commands are faster than speaking and will allow us to catch our target unawares. Here is a short list.
RT1 and you DX1. Study the data slate. There are dozens of basic commands from the hand nods, combination of hand gestures, everything you need to quickly, efficiently communicate enemy positions and numbers, and even coordinate joint attacks. I remember all these commands perfectly well.
Indeed. One never truly leaves the Arbites. I meant no disrespect to your skills, but I prefer to err on the side of caution.
You have a deal.
Good. Do you have any further questions?
I have no more questions. Board the flagship and await my command.
Acknowledged. Sargona is already dead. He just doesn't know it yet.
Okay. On the ship we go. You do like the personality, but you highly doubt he will serve a heretic mad lady. Ooh. There's a chance to corrupt characters. So I guess there might be a chance to make him corrupted and become heretic. I'm just theorizing. I don't know. I'm just saying out loud. He's not part of my group yet. Yeah, he's not. So Abelard needs also some leveling. Oh, Mr. Abelard. So we are over here. Weapon skill. Beacon of Might. Follow my lead. And we're grabbing some athletics. Good. Did it again. Another cave spawn. Happens. Happens. Anything over here? So we're back. Anything new on your side? No. I remember that one of my runs we did had Snoosno with Starback. Who are you? Greetings, Lordship. Your Shirogan Major is at your service. No scars. The consequences of your charge through fire have been successfully remedied. Very good. I'll make note of it in your journal. Were you the one who treated my burns? Treating the Lord Captain is a job to the best Medicaid practitioner on board, which is me. Okay. Thank you kindly, mister. Einrich Montek. Nothing else. Video. You can order her to do you? This is what? Good. We have captured now Footfall as well, but apparently there's no buildings per se. We're dealing with Footfall. We're gonna focus now to follow the pathway of the Heartless Void. Go to the Mundus Nullius system. Mundus Nullius is up there. Oof. It's quite some trouble. Lord Captain, I keep receiving reports about malfunctions among the various ship systems. Frostbite. The actors are performing the rites of the machine spirit. Void ship bridge. Should have digged more into that report to see what exactly is happening. I hope that Dark Heresy has a lot less loading screens. To the path. Blood is running through the walls. Oh boy. Oh! I mean, what the frick happened? Sarback, how could you let this happen? An assassination attempt on the rogue trader and in his own chamber, run out the noses of your enforcers? An unforgivable error. Accept full responsibility and ask for punishment. I want an explanation, not vain self-chastisement. Put a weapon away and report. Understood, Lord Captain. Reporting. All adjacent decks have been isolated. We've begun the search of the culprit and have set an investigation headquarters of the officer's deck. The substance has been analyzed and confirmed to be blood containing traces of major mutations. While it poses no risk of infection, the very presence of such genetic aberrations on board is a serious threat to the safety of the ship. What genetic aberration? The heresy of mutation. Mutants are vicious beasts who sow only ruin and death. They are devoid of all humanity, and vile blood that runs through their veins feeds their unclean thoughts and urges. Alas, the Imperium's enemies are not limited only to those outside its borders. Mutants can become a considerable threat, especially when given the chance to organize. The heretics have revealed themselves and are eager to fight. Then fight we shall! Let the vessel be purged of their filth. Could this have been an assassination attempt? Then they would have filled the bath with acid or poison instead. There are easier ways to kill someone that's drowning them with blood, as foul as his blood may be. I beg to differ. Were something of this sort happened to me, my heart would have surely stopped. Did Kibella do some piping? Maybe. What do you intend to do next? Lord Captain, this incident has cast a shadow on your honor. We only ask for you one thing, the chance to absolve ourselves of our guilt. Allow me to head to the officer's deck at once, so that I may lead the investigation personally. Lord Captain, on a previous occasion, it was your intervention that resolved a matter that my own rigidity. You told Abelard that with your coming to power, the established procedures within the dynasty would change. And only succeeded in making worse. With all due respect to Mistress Sarback, perhaps she would benefit from your fresh perspective. Seneschal, do you think so little of me that you would rob me of a chance to defend my honor? Do you want to investigate myself or not? I'm curious to see the Master at Arms in action. I will proceed over the investigation. Of course, Lord Captain, I'll arrange for an area of befitting your status to be prepared in the officer's deck. Observe the investigation. Ablation of blood. Wow. So we got Giannis. We have now this happening to us, and we want to get that to the planet. There's so many things going on. I would like to know what we should tackle, in your opinion, as our next step. Let me know. For those watching the YouTube, leave a comment down below, which should be our next direction. And those watching this over there as well, I'll see you in the next one.